I think there's a lot of confusion around how you're supposed to get clients when you're a practitioner or a coach. I'm going to walk you through exactly how we work with practitioners and coaches who are getting started online from scratch. Nobody knows who they are. They have no email list. They have no social media following. They have no experience in the online world. Maybe they come from a clinic background, or maybe they had a regular day job and they no longer want to do that day job. And now they are transitioning online and they are coming and they are saying, but Lori, how do I get clients? I don't understand how this all works. So we're gonna start off at the top. These are very simple steps that you can absolutely follow. And the very first thing that you will need is we're gonna establish your target niche market. And the reason that we wanna do that is so that your messaging becomes focused, specific, and direct. When your messaging is focused, specific, and direct, the people that you can most help, the people that you want to help, they will resonate with your messaging and they will think to themselves, oh my gosh, she's talking to me, they're talking to me, and they will put their hand up and they will want to follow you. And so how they're gonna find you is through traffic. So you need a steady flow of your target niche market coming into your world, meaning subscribing to your email list and joining your Facebook group and following you on social media. And the very best and most controlled way to do that, the way that we teach our practitioner and coach clients to do that, is through paid ads. And yes, I know you can use organic, but organic you don't control. And so what happens one day if your Instagram gets shut down? Or what happens one day if you don't have any organic content to post because your kid was up late last night vomiting and you didn't wake up in the morning and schedule your content for the day? We are not going to rely on that. That is hope and pray, and we are not doing that. So we are going to use paid ads. And the reason that we're going to use paid ads is because you can target the ad to your target market, and you are going to make your ad content direct and specific and relatable. So of course they're gonna stop their scroll, they're gonna click on your ad, and then they're gonna be taken to the very next spot, which is lead capture. And so this is where your ad is driving your target market person who just clicked on your ad. They're taking them to your lead magnet registration page. And the reason that they clicked on the ad is because they want that free piece of content that you offered them in the ad. And so the ad is saying, hey, do you want this free piece of content that is gonna help you with whatever it is that you're struggling with? Just click here and it automatically takes them over to the lead capture where you're gonna capture their name and their email. And now you have a new email subscriber and you didn't have to post on social media and you didn't have to rush home to schedule the piece of content or whatever it is. You have an ad running 24/7 that is basically capturing the leads for you. So what happens after they're on your email list? Because yay, now you have new email subscribers. And so after they're on your email list, and this is also where most practitioners and coaches fall down. It's because they don't know what to do next. What do you do? What do you say once somebody's on your email list? And what do you say when somebody joins your Facebook group for the first time? And so the lead capture takes them to the KLT+E nurture sequence. And this is a very structured sequence of emails that gets delivered immediately after the person gets your lead magnet PDF content. And this gets them to know who you are. This gets them to know what you do. This sets you up as the authority from the start so that you don't get stuck in the friend zone because you gave away the farm for free in terms of all of your content. So the next thing that happens before you can even get a client is you need to earn their trust. You need to get them to know you and like you and trust you, and you do that through engaging with them via your very structured nurture sequence that gets sent automatically after your lead magnet content. And then this nurture sequence pushes them into the next step, which we call educate and empower. This is your webinar, and this is where you get to shine. This is where you get to go deep, and you get to educate your prospects, and you get to empower them through sharing your story, through helping them to break beliefs, through really educating them on why it is they feel the way that they feel and what could be different for them. And so the webinar is really responsible for taking that next step with this prospect. Remember, they came in off of an ad. They were a stranger not too long ago, and they chose to register for your free lead magnet content. And then they chose to open the nurture emails, and then they chose to register for your webinar. And so in this webinar, this is where you really get to engage with them in real time and move them into this next stage after the webinar, which is inviting them into transformation. So this is where you are getting them to book a call with you. From the webinar, you are offering them an opportunity to take that next step with you and invite them into transformation. We're going to do this in 2 parts. And I know that this is the part where you get a little nervous and you get a little scared because you're like, oh my gosh, I actually have to talk about the thing that I offer, and I actually have to talk about what I do. Yes, but I want you to think about it like this. By the time this person who originally saw you from an ad, by the time they get here, they very much know you, and they very much like you, and they very much trust you. And if they're getting to this stage, it's because they chose it. So there's no convincing needed. It's not salesy. They're here because they're asking you for more information. They're asking, how can you help me? The first part of this type of enrollment call is for you to assess their readiness. Are they in fact ready? Are they in fact your target market? Are they in fact committed, or are they super victim-y? Maybe they're not a right fit for you at all, and you now have to refer them to a colleague or a peer. And so the first part of inviting them into transformation is really assessing their readiness. And then if you decide that they are in fact your target market and they are in fact ready to commit to the work and to creating change for themselves, then you can take it to the next stage in the conversation, which is really a coaching conversation to help them to make a decision, if they are going to, in fact, enroll in your program, which is the next step. And you're helping them to decide if now is the right time, if this is in fact right for them, and working out the details in terms of their payment options. And so when you invite them into transformation, because you do believe that you can help them and you do believe that they are a right fit, and they say yes to you, then we go to the final step, which is your online program, with like a smiley face because you just got a new client. Yay! And so these are the simple steps that happen every single day on repeat so that you are able to enroll your target market clients, prospects, into your program. It starts with an ad, then it goes to the lead capture, then you have to nurture them so that they know you and like you and trust you, and then you invite them into your webinar so that you can educate and empower them, and then from the webinar you are inviting them into transformation via some type of enrollment conversation, and in this conversation you are assessing, and then you are helping them to make a decision and figuring out the fine details, and then you get yourself a brand new client in your online signature program. And all of these steps happen pretty much on autopilot. So you can be out with your family. If your life is anything like mine, I basically live out of a hockey arena. All of this stuff is happening while I'm taking my kid to hockey or I'm watching my daughter perform in a play, right? All of these things are basically happening on autopilot, which gives you the ability to not only control the flow of it, but also you can scale it up or you can dial it back based on your own goals. So I hope that the question of how you are going to get clients when nobody knows you, when you don't want to spend all day posting on social media, when you don't have an email list, when you don't have a Facebook group, is clear now. It's very simple. These are the exact steps that have worked for me, and these are the exact steps that have worked for thousands of my clients from all over the world. So if you would like to validate your idea, if you would like to get more information on what niche is best, or your starting budget for ads, or how this would work for you, just click the link below and we would be happy to chat with you via a free mentorship call, because we know that this is a lot and I know that this is different. And I also know that this is the very thing that works to get you clients online into your program when you're just starting out.